it's over. Do you need anything like I need you? I've got no place to be alone, my friend. He cut his wrist instead. There's your answer. You better save yourself, or else nothing like success. I would rather be in hell than regret. Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Oh, do you need anything like I need you? No, I do. Denial. These are not my words. Tell me where are mine? Most of the time, wet my face with reality and permit me to breathe before I do it again. Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Oh, do you need anything like I need you? Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Oh, do you need anything like I need you? Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Oh, do you need anything like I need you? Do you need anything like I need you? It's over. Oh, do you need anything like I need you?
Yo, 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 yo. Let's go, let's go. Let's go. Dude, Friday night, baby. Leaving for LA in the morning. I'm going to go grab some water and I'll be on. All right, hang tight. Enjoy this lovely tune. Yo, in pink, yeah. Ooh, oh. Let's go. Oh. Oh. Let's go. Paint away. Day and night, 6 hearts, hope I'm okay. You're alright. Goodbye then if you dare. Someone new is pulling everywhere. Dude, Chris, let's go, baby! Feel far away. Nothing is what I think I will drown in pain. Yeah. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Nothing. Let's go. What I think I will drown in pain. Nothing is what I say. I feel far away. Nothing is what I think. Nothing is what. Dude, how we doing, guys? Yeah. 'Cause I will try it. Dude. Oh. Yo, let's go. Oh, shit. Dude, how we doing, guys? How we living? Dude, let's go. Katie, dance party. All right, we'll put a dance party goal right away because I don't have long to stream. Just so you know, I have to get up at like 4 in the morning tomorrow. I'm going to LA tomorrow. I will be back on Sunday, so no stream tomorrow. There will be a stream on Sunday night, and there'll probably be like one video and some shorts tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a pretty chill day, but we will do the dance super chat. All right, we'll go 45 minutes. All right, get that shit going. Let's go. There it is. Oh, let's go. Please mask on the plane. Dude, yeah, no, we are going to mask on the plane. It's hot in LA. That's okay. Dude, I like the heat. All right? I like the heat. Go to the Frolic Room. Dude, Bob's Frolic Room? Nah. I used to go to Bob's Frolic. I used to hang out with some of the ladies that like worked there, right? But no, I'm going to LA with my son. We will not be going to Bob's Frolic. But thank you. Dude, the Frolic Room. Oh, shit. 𝗙𝗍𝗘𝗏𝗍. Let's go. No, we're flying in. We're going to see Oasis at the Rose Bowl. And then we're flying out on Sunday afternoon, right? So we're doing a hit and run, LA hit and run. You like the Frolic Room though, Katie? I mean, dude, believe me, I got nothing against the Frolic Room. Like, don't get me wrong. All right. I'm all down for the Frolic Room, right? I just not really with my son. Right? Not really the vibe. That's funny though. Oh shit. Dude, you like the Frolic Room, Katie, though? You hang out there? Those are your vibes? Dude, let's go. Everyone cool goes there? Dude, well, you know what's funny? I guess that's true that it is kind of like a hipster spot, right? So where did we used to go? I mean, there were a lot of hipster spots that we used to go. Like, obviously, we used to go to Frolic. We used to go to the Dresden. The Dresden was sort of a hipster spot. Spaceland was a fucking a hipster spot, right? There was a place on, what was it called, dude? That was on Pico and fucking like over by La Cienega. The Joint, right? The Joint was another hipster spot. The Rainbow, dude, now you're taking me way back. Dude, the Rainbow. So I have a funny story about the Rainbow that I'm going to tell you, okay? Don't hold it against me because I've been sober for 18 years, so I don't get fucked up anymore, but I used to get quite fucked up, okay? And I used to go to the Rainbow, all right? There used to be a guy who sold some substances, and we would go visit him at the Rainbow. Now, those of you who know about the Rainbow know that there's these regular bathrooms, but then at the Rainbow, there's a downstairs bathroom through the kitchen, okay? And the thing that made that bathroom unique was it had a lock on the door and it was a private stall. So if you went to the Rainbow and you knew what was up, right, you would go into the kitchen and there would be a line. There would be a line of like 50 people waiting to get into that lockable bathroom in the Rainbow. And of course, that's where everybody went and like did their substances. So we used to go to the kitchen bathroom and then we would go upstairs and we would like dance. And that was kind of our vibe. We didn't go to the Rainbow often, but when we did, that was our vibe. Ron Jeremy was always there. He used to have one of the tables, like right when you walked in the fucking pizza restaurant, whatever. And so the last night that I was in Portland, or I mean in LA, before my band moved here, okay, my band like hung out a lot on the Strip, and there was a place, there was this, God, I can't remember what it was called, but it was like a restaurant. It was white. It was like right on the corner of like, oh fuck. It was on the corner of the little street. Hold on. Let me look at my Hollywood map. I'm taking you the story. Hold on. Give me a sec here. I got to look at a map of Hollywood really quick. And I'll tell you the exact spot. I don't remember the name of the place, but it was in Hollywood and it was right where, right where fucking off of Santa Monica. Hold on. I'm looking here. Give me a minute here. Got a spider?
Big.
Oh, yeah. Jesus. That spider's huge. Okay, hold on here. So on Santa Monica and looking here. It's over by the Troubadour. There's the Trube. Fuck, bro. Oh, Holloway. That's what it is. Okay. Okay. So it was Holloway and Sunset. Okay. So Holloway and Sunset. Holloway was a little street that would dip across to Santa Monica Boulevard. Okay. And right on the corner of Holloway and Sunset, right now there's a place called the Back Room. But back then there was a like white restaurant bar with an outdoor patio. I can't remember what it was called, but it was on the corner of Holloway and Sunset, right where Holloway would cut over to Santa Monica. Okay. And that is like sort of walking distance from the Rainbow. Okay. Now, here's what we did, guys. Okay. So what we did was we were hanging out at that bar. Okay. At whatever it was called, that white bar. We knew the wait staff. We were there all the time. And like, this is my last night in LA before my band is going on tour, and we're leaving LA and we're moving to Portland. And so what we did was, I was like, everybody wanted party favors. And I was like, okay, guys, I'm going to go give us party favors. But because we were moving, we didn't have any money. So basically what I did was I went to the Rainbow because I knew the guy there that sold party favors. And I went and I found him. I took him upstairs. We went in the bathroom and I got a large quantity of party favors from this guy. I secured a very large quantity from him, like a handful of fucking party favors. And then I was like, all right, man, here. I put it in my pocket and then I ran. I ran out of the bathroom, through the crowd, down the stairs, out the front door of the Rainbow, and I just ran down Sunset as fast as I could. And I ditched the guy, and I went back to that bar on Holloway and Sunset. I grabbed my friends. I said, we got it. I don't know if he's going to be looking for us. We need to get the fuck out of here. And we took off. And we hung out with these girls. And then the next morning at like, I don't know, next early afternoon, noon or whatever, we got in the van and we went on tour, and I didn't go back to LA for years. And so, yeah, so there you go. That's my little Rainbow story. Dude, yeah, it was like, I'm out. So, I mean, I left LA kind of on bad terms there, because I left LA on bad terms. Well, I mean, dude, this was 26 years ago. I don't think he's waiting for me. But so I left LA burning that dealer. And then I also left LA several months behind on rent. And we left a big pile of stuff and a note. And I'm terribly sorry for not paying rent. Note, sayonara, in the apartment. Dude, we were so fucked up, bro. We were pretty messed up. But I did get up to Portland and I got sober. And I got my shit together. And so there you go. Right. You know what I mean? But I've never done anything like that though, guys. I've always been like super square with my dealers. I've never, that was the only time I ever bounced on a dealer. I don't recommend it because I feel like if he had caught me, we would have had some very bad news and maybe I would have never like moved to Portland. But I got away with some shit, boss. Jesus. Yeah. All right. But I don't have time for too many long stories tonight, but that's my Rainbow story. But no, I'm not going to be doing any of that. Like, we're going to hit In-N-Out. We are probably going to get a hotel room on Sunset right there near In-N-Out, near the Crescent Heights area. And we're going to go to the concert. We're going to, we'll be sort of walking the Sunset Strip. Dude, I did see that there was some mention about Trump like sending people to Portland. But I mean, I don't even know what that's going to look like, guys, because we don't have large quantities of crime. And, and downtown is actually, I mean, it's kind of a little bit dead after the pandemic. So I don't even know. I mean, I assume they would send them to where the ICE, whatever agency is, where, a lot of the rebellious Portlanders have spray painted the shit out of that and harassed those guys. But so my thing is if he fucking shows up with National Guard here, I don't think it's going to work out as well as he thinks it is. But I mean, we'll see what happens. I mean, I will say this. Will we be close to the Comedy Store? I don't know if the hotel will be. That's a little bit down the road, but we may walk up there, right? You know what I'm saying? So we shall see. We shall see. I mean, the only hotel really up by the Comedy Store, like right near it, is like the Chateau Marmont, and that's a little out of our price range. So we'll probably be more down by the Laugh Factory and Crescent Heights and the Guitar Center, more in that realm is where we're going to be staying, I think. Okay? One of those like road coach, like the H-Wood or something like that. You know what I'm saying? Troops were mostly in downtown and South LA. Yeah, see, Portland's downtown is like really small. So I don't know what it's going to look like if he sends them here. I can't imagine it's going to go over well. The last time he sent federal people in, we like Portland forced them into a federal building, and there was like a 30-day standoff or some shit. So we'll see. We'll see what happens. But I don't really worry about it too much. You know, what are you going to do? I mean, it's pretty obvious what Trump is doing. His immigration raids were a terrible fallout and terrible for his approval rating. So you see what they did was now they're trying to spin it as like fighting crime, you know, where they're trying to say, oh, we're stopping crime, but it's really trying to repackage the immigration raids. And so if he wants to come to Portland, like, fine, come to Portland. He's going to get his ass beat here, and we're not going to take too kindly to him. We're not afraid of Trump and his National Guard fucking jerk-off regime. Pinky, let's go. Oh, let's go. Yeah, we are not afraid of Trump and the National Guard fucking bullshit, okay? But anyway, dude, we got to get right into the politics tonight. Can we look at Mike Johnson? Like, I woke up and I saw this. I woke up at like 10 o'clock and I saw this and I was like, WTAF, right? What is going on, dude? Mike Johnson comes out with the craziest like media spin I've ever seen. Okay, we're going to look at this and then we're going to talk about it. But let me see if I can find some clips. Okay, let me see if I can find a full clip. All right. There's an 18-second one. Dude, this is pure insanity. All right. Oh, I guess this is the only clip we got. Is that it? All right. I thought maybe there was going to be a 2-minute one, but all right, we'll watch the fucking. You must have missed that. Yeah, no, this is crazy. Okay, this is wild right here. Watch this clip. Dude, let's go, SK. Let's go 2 out of 10, guys. We got an abbreviated dance party, 30 minutes to get that 10 for the dance party. Watch this.
He's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. The president knows and has great sympathy for the women who have suffered these unspeakable harms. It's detestable to him. He and I have spoken about this as recently as 24 hours ago.
Yeah, you see that? So he said he doesn't think it's a hoax. He's really so upset by this. In fact, he kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant who helped them arrest who helped them arrest Epstein. Now, dude, come on. Dude, Gorg, let's go. Dude. You're joking, right? Let's watch that one more time to just take that in, all right?
He's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes
Terrible.
that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. The president knows and has great sympathy for the women who have suffered these unspeakable harms. It's detestable to him. He and I have spoken about this as recently as 24 hours ago.
Dude, he was an FBI informant to take him down. Now, we know this is bullshit, okay? We know this is absolute bullshit. We have the receipts. Hold on. Let me get the receipts here. Dude, he is talking like he was snorting a little something with right? He was snorting up with a little bit of Nancy Mace.
There have been survivors of Jeffrey Epstein speaking at a press conference on Capitol Hill. They're calling for these case files, these documents to be released. And Thomas Massie, who was sponsoring a discharge position to get the House to vote on releasing those documents, says he doesn't believe you're implicated in these files, but many of your friends and donors may be, and he says that's why the Justice Department is redacting them and slow walking the release. Is the Justice Department protecting any friends or donors, sir?
So this is a Democrat hoax that never ends. You know, it reminds me a little of the Kennedy situation. We gave him everything over and over again, more and more and more, and nobody's ever satisfied. From what I understand, I could check, but from what I understand, thousands of pages of documents have been given. But it's really a Democrat hoax because they're trying to get people to talk about something that's totally irrelevant to the success that we've had as a nation since I've been president. Even if you look at D.C. right now, D.C.
Dude, so what's crazy about this, guys, is you saw Mike Johnson. Mike Johnson said, oh my God, the president, it's not a hoax. He's broken up by this. He really cares about these women.
He's not saying that what Epstein did is a hoax. It's a terrible, unspeakable evil. He believes that himself. When he first heard the rumor, he kicked him out of Mar-a-Lago. He was an FBI informant to try to take this stuff down. The president knows and has great sympathy for the women who have suffered these unspeakable harms. It's detestable to him. He and I have spoken about this as recently as 24 hours ago.
It's detestable to him. I don't think so. You know what this whole situation reminds me of, guys? Let me take you back to my childhood, okay? Picture this, guys. My dad used to get drunk. When he got drunk, he would get real ornery and shit would go on. He would put his fist through doors or bust somebody's head open or kick a window out or put a fist through a wall or slam my mother up against the refrigerator. And then the next day she would run around saying, oh, he didn't really mean that. He was just stressed out from work. It really wasn't as bad as you thought it was. Your father's worried that you're not okay. Are you okay? Are you okay? He wants to make sure that you're not upset and you're not, that everything's good with you. That's what this reminds me of. It's like the codependent abuse victim running around telling you what the abuser really meant right after you watched him do something violent and despicable right in front of you. This is what these guys are doing. And it's not okay, man. This is bullshit. Mike Johnson is lying through his fucking teeth. Okay, Trump was not an FBI informant. Yeah, they're gaslighting us. Trump may well have sold Epstein out. Absolutely. I agree that he sold Epstein out and probably helped rat on him because Epstein found out that Trump was laundering Russian money to buy that residence. And then 2 years later, Trump sold it at this exorbitant profit. So Epstein had dirt on Trump. And so Trump definitely ratted him out, but he didn't do it because he was an informant. He did it because Epstein was going to sell him out. Okay. And he knew, dude, Virginia Giuffre got recruited in 2000. Okay. Dude, Epstein didn't get kicked out of Mar-a-Lago until 2007. Okay. It was 2007. And only after the cops got involved and then he ended the Mar-a-Lago membership. Trump did not do this. Here's what I think, guys. Here's what I posit. You ready? What I posit is this, is the fact of the matter is I believe when the FBI 1,000 agents went through there looking for Trump's name, what they found was that it's very obvious Trump knew. Okay? Trump knew. He knew about the recruiting. He knew about the sex trafficking. He knew about the girls being out. I mean, we know if you go back to 96 and Maria and Annie Farmer, Trump was involved. But by the time the heat landed on Epstein, Trump had covered his tracks. Trump was involved when it was Ghislaine Maxwell and Trump and Epstein. But by the time we get into the 2000s and the heat was coming down, Trump had sort of extricated himself from there. But he knew. He knew about it all. He participated in it in the 90s. He covered his tracks. And then he was probably profiting off of it, I'm sure, in some way. But the files most certainly show that Trump knew and was a party to this shit. And even if they don't have a smoking gun about Trump with these girls, right, the files are a smoking gun that Trump knew about the whole ring and did nothing. So now they're trying to spin it. Now they're trying to say, oh, he was an informant. He was like helping the FBI like track this guy down. Dude, it's BS. They're gaslighting us. Dude, Will, let's go. Yes, early tonight. I'm leaving for LA 5 in the morning. All right. Dude, yeah, they knew, guys. They knew, but they're so dirty. This guy is so dirty. These guys, they are such scoundrels. They are so dirty. Melania, dude, they're all in on it. I mean, come on, man. All right, if we look at this photo, dude, let me show you, dude, with Melania. Let me just show you, okay? We know about Prince Andrew. We know, let me see, where is it? It's right here, boss. This is the big one right here, dude. Right there. Okay? There it is. Right there. It's Melania, Prince Andrew, Gwendolyn Beck, who is a notorious abuser and, you know, sex party girl, and Jeffrey Epstein. And they're clearly, this is not just a like, hey, we're running into each other, you know, never met before. They all were deeply intertwined. Okay? All of them. All right, let's go. We got 7 out of 10. Almost there. What do we got? We got 22 minutes. We're going to make this easy. Let's go, baby. Good job. Oh, sorry. Epstein's killing my chat. There we go. Dude, yeah, they knew. So the gaslighting, though, guys, the gaslighting of this, where every day the gaslighting gets crazier and crazier and crazier. I mean, Trump was intimately involved with Robert Maxwell, Ghislaine's father. Trump knew Ghislaine long before Epstein entered the picture. Ghislaine brought Epstein in there. Ghislaine and Trump gave Epstein access to everybody. They were recruiting girls from Mar-a-Lago, right? And Epstein was providing underage girls for Trump in New York City. See Maria Farmer and her story, right, about Epstein's office. She's the one who called in 96, reported Trump and Epstein to the FBI. Trump was not an informant. Now, the question we have to ask ourselves is, look at this right here. You see him spiking the camera? You see him looking at the camera? We see you, Mike Johnson. The question we have to ask ourselves is, what do they have on this guy? Okay? What do they have on this guy? Is it gay clubs? Is it underage lover? Like, what do they have on Mike Johnson? Right? Dude, thank you guys. What do they have on this guy? They got something, man. They got something. Right? Gay clubs, underage. Does he have underage lovers? Like, what do we got? There's something going on. But look at that. Look at the camera. This guy knows. Katie, let's go. That one's for Bob's Frolic. Yeah, this guy had no bank account. 180 grand a year for years as an elected official in the United States Congress, won multiple elections, no bank account. Are you buying that? This guy's getting around with no bank account? Why? That's suspicious. That's suspect. How does he pay his bills? How does he pay his credit card bills? How does he pay his mortgage payment? Right? No bank account, Mike Johnson. Dude, something is rotten in Denmark. Scruffles! Let's go. This shit is crazy. This shit is crazy. Okay? This shit is cray-cray. Cray-cray-cray-cray. Dude. Yeah, that look, though. Something's up. Dude, something is up. Dude, all right. And just so you know, I saw something there. I feel like I should address Waffles now, because Waffles, I know you noticed you got kicked out of the Discord today. Now, I got to let you know why, okay? And you did get kicked. I saw earlier you were asking for the Discord link, but yes, you did get kicked. And it was because of the conspiracy theory shit, okay? And so, guys, I got to give a disclaimer. I'll put this in the rules. But so we do have a Discord, but the Discord is for talking politics. And so what happened was somebody got in there and was putting like conspiracy theory website links in there. And then there were other people talking weird. I kicked another guy who was like, I'm here to infiltrate. And so like my thing is I don't have a problem with you engaging in conspiracy theory shit. You just can't do it in the Discord. Okay. Right. And so because once you do that, like all the other conspiracy theory people pile in, and then it just becomes that shit gets like obsessive. And then people are like, you know, like printing 100 messages about conspiracy theory shit. So like for me, I can't allow that. Right. It becomes a little over the top and all consuming. And then next thing you know, like your whole Discord is like a blue chan, right? A blue Q sort of thing, right? So I don't allow the conspiracy shit for the same reason why I don't allow adult content, right? You know what I mean? The same with the adult, because I like adult content. I like to partake in that. But once you allow that shit in your Discord, it's like, it's everywhere. And then pretty soon your Discord is different. Pretty soon your Discord ain't political anymore. All right. So, so there we go. In case you're wondering. So that's what happened, right? Just so you know. And I will put it in the rules, right? Because it just gets too weird too quick. You know, sometimes conspiracy theories are true. Yeah. But so my thing is this, is if a conspiracy theory becomes true and then it becomes covered by the major like news networks and everybody on YouTube, at that point, once the reputable people are covering it, then I will allow it in the fucking thing. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You said to drop it in Discord. Yeah, no, I know Waffles. And I realized though, I need to be a little bit more clear because I didn't realize it was like, you know, crazy conspiracy shit. But I try to keep that shit tamped down, and I apologize. It's my fault, but here we are, right? It's my fault and my responsibility, but I just wanted you to know, right? You know what I mean? Because it just gets a little crazy. Then I'm seeing people talking about infiltrating. Can you have a do-over? Yeah, I will. I'll release it in a couple days. It'll drop off in a couple days, and we'll give you a do-over. All right, we will. We'll definitely give you a do-over. And I will make it clear in the rules too. All right? Because that was on me. Dude, let's go, Zebra. Appreciate it. All right. So we did get a dance party. I want to cover one more thing, and then we'll do the dance party. Okay? And so the other thing I want to cover, because we're kind of piling through this shit, is, dude, we got to talk about the Zuckerberg, right? The Zuckerberg fucking hot mic. Like, bro, this though, guys, the gaslighting, we're not going to allow this. Okay. We're not going to allow Mike Johnson and these Republicans to gaslight us. I don't know if you saw Thomas Massie mention somebody. Did you guys see this? I'll say one more thing on the Mike Johnson. It was Paulson. You see this? So, ready? Watch this. This clip is important, okay? You remember how the women said, hey, we're going to drop some names. Remember we got our Epstein survivors who were out here surviving Trump's flyover, and the Epstein survivors were like, you know what? We're going to make our own list. We're going to talk about people. Well, Thomas Massie gave a name today. He said a major donor to the Republican Party, John Paulson. Okay, he is in Epstein's black book. And apparently this is one of the names that some of these girls may have talked about. Major Trump donor. Okay.
Well, let me give you the name of one of the billionaires who's running $2 million of ads in my district since I started this effort. His name is John Paulson. He's a hedge fund manager and a major donor to the Republican Party, a major donor to the Speaker of the House, a major donor to the president's campaign.
Wow.
And he's in Epstein's black book. Now, that's public, but that's indicative of the types of people who may be implicated or just embarrassed by a complete release of these files. Oh, let me give you the...
So, yeah, you see that? So here's what we got. We got billionaire John Paulson, major donor to the GOP, major donor to Maga Mike gaslighting MFer, who just spun a yarn about Trump being an FBI informant. That guy, major donor to Donald Trump. He's also in the black book. Now, we'll cover the black book at some point. There's a good story about that, about the black book. This is like public knowledge. But the point is this guy is running $200 million of ads in Thomas Massie's district, trying to smear him for working with 𝗏 and working with the Epstein survivors. So we know, okay, they're coming after Massie. Okay, they're going to be coming after the women. They're going to be coming after all of us. Dude, somebody might show up at my door one of these days. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But this shit is deep. These guys are involved. Dude, Mike Johnson, for all we know, Mike Johnson may be involved in this. Maybe that's why Mike Johnson is the speaker. Okay, Mike Johnson was all quiet, but maybe him and Peter Thiel have been, rubbing one on the inside on the island. We don't even know what's going on with these guys, but we do know that it runs deep and this shit is going to come out and Trump is going to be fucked. And so is MAGA Mike. Okay, we're not letting you get away with this shit. Okay, still no looks into the financial web. Well, dude, Ron Wyden's working on that. Okay, they're working on the financial shit. It's just hard because, with a Republican Congress, it's hard to get the deep go ahead. There's a lot of roadblocks. So what we really need to do is we need to win the House in 2026. And I mean, dude, you see them changing district maps and shit. They don't want this to come out, guys. Believe me, Texas redistricting is about Epstein. Missouri redistricting is about Epstein. Indiana and Florida redistricting, it is all about Epstein. 100%. This is about Epstein because they know if the Dems take the House, the Epstein investigation is going to go like right up their ass. Okay, this is a major, I mean, dude, they've killed people, right? Epstein is dead. Jean-Luc Brunel is dead. They're trying to roll over Ghislaine Maxwell. Numerous women have like suicided or what have you, right? People keep getting death threats. I mean, come on, man. This is at the core, dude. And all roads of Jeffrey Epstein run through Donald Trump. Every road of this conspiracy, of this sex trafficking ring, every road of this entire fucking extravaganza runs straight through Donald Trump. Okay, everyone. All right, we're going to unpack it. But now, let's move on to Zuckerberg. All right, because this shit is wild, bro. The Zuckerberg hot mic. Follow the money, baby. Okay, so Zuckerberg, all right? This is a big deal, guys. Let me set the stage for this. So there was a tech, like a tech dinner, a tech investment dinner. I believe, if I remember right, is this the same dinner with the humanoids? I don't think so. Let me see. Hold on. No, that was I believe the humanoids, that was a different thing, right? I don't think it was the same dinner. No, yeah, no. That was, all right. That was at a daytime event. That was the AI event. Okay. But so they had a dinner, okay? They had a dinner, a tech dinner. Now, guys, we should really be concerned about this, guys. I mean, think about what's going on. We have Elon and Doge go into the government, right? And they go into the government, they download all the data, they lock people out of buildings, they shutter USAID, okay? USAID, gone, okay? They start like firing people from agencies. Palantir is getting extra special multi-billion-dollar contracts, okay? Peter Thiel was involved with Epstein. Elon Musk was involved with Ghislaine Maxwell. All right, this is like so layered. Now they're talking about using AI at every level of the government to sort of like field data and to start investigating or keeping tabs on the entire American public. Okay, we're having some AI surveillance world coming in. Now, all these tech leaders are having dinner with Trump. We got the leaders of Google. We got the leaders of the AI places. We've got, Meta, blah, blah, blah. This is not looking good, okay? This is not looking good. Let me just tell you guys, okay? I use AI. All right, I don't use it for generating artwork like guys do. I'm not making those ugly-ass AI thumbnails, but I do use AI to mine data and to work on titles and to look at YouTube data and shit like that. I use AI in the functioning of my YouTube channel. Can I just tell you, in the last 3 months, the AI is different. If you start talking about Trump, you start seeing the "I'm sorry, I can't help you with that" ChatGPT. That happens all the time now. And then I have to coerce the AI into like continuing to like talk about data points and shit. They have changed the AI to sort of protect Trump or to make it so it's much more difficult to talk about Trump's behavior. Right? And they make it, they'll say, oh, well, we're trying to avoid misinformation and disinformation. It's like, yo, AI, I'm not the one spreading disinformation. Trump is. And I try to like talk about this shit and the AI puts up the roadblocks. You know what I'm saying? And so I've noticed this. People have noticed that YouTube cracks down on AI a little, or on Trump shit a little bit more, blocking comments and stuff. I have noticed YouTube making it harder to monetize videos where I talk about Trump's stuff or Trump and Epstein. If I talk about Trump and Epstein, normally what happens is I release the video and within 2 days, I get the limited ads tag. And then I have to send it through a human review. Or sometimes they send it to a human review before they'll even let me put the video out. Okay? It's getting crazier and crazier, okay, it's getting crazier and crazier for me to source articles, okay, or for me to make videos about Donald Trump's interactions with Epstein, right? And so to answer your question, though, more equal, so how you separate politics and conspiracy is a couple of ways. Like, one way you do it is via reputation, which means that when your only sources are people who have tarnished reputations as spreading a lot of not factual information, right? The reputation score is a big one. And if things have come out in sourced areas where there's legal departments, that lends a little credence. Like, for example, if I go to a website and I find out that the person there is working with Alex Jones, who has been sued multiple times for defamation, for spreading misinformation, for spreading lies. And if I go to that website and this person is quoting Alex Jones and they're quoting a whole bunch of information that hasn't been sourced by any entity that has a full legal department, which means it didn't come from a book that was published where a legal department had to clear this, or it didn't go through some type of like big enough entity where there's a legal department involved with it, and the guy's quoting this shit and Alex Jones is his only source, that's probably not that's probably more conspiracy, okay? Because at that point, nobody has vetted this shit for any type of accuracy or through a legal department where you're vetting it with some type of source and you're just having people operating completely on the outside. You know what I'm saying? So that's how you tell. Okay, it's reputation score and whether shit has come through vetted sources. Okay, because like for me, I don't share anything that hasn't come through vetted sources. Okay, if I see something that sounds juicy on the internet, right, I share it as unvetted. Okay, until I see it go through vetted sources. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I do it. Right. And that's how we're going to do it here. And that's just my thing. And I can't say if it's right or wrong, but I can say it fucking, to me, it works. You know what I mean? To me, it works. Right. I've never gone wrong with that in the past because, you know what I'm saying? Because anybody can come up with a crazy theory. Okay. Any of us I could start making up all kinds of crazy shit. But even the crazy shit that I bring up, I don't really bring it to roost until I've seen it with vetted sources. Or I do what I did last night when we were watching James O'Keefe's video about Schnitt. In the video today, I call it out and say, I don't know how much credibility this guy has. This is tabloid. Okay, I'm not presenting this as fact. I'm not presenting what this guy is saying as fact. And I give the disclaimer in the video, right? Which is my way of like, saying this guy hasn't been vetted. Okay, this could very well be a James O'Keefe setup, right? You know what I mean? But that's how I do it. All right, but anyway, I can't debate that all night. I'm just telling you that at the end in my Discord and on my channel, I am the arbiter. So whether you disagree or agree with me, I will be personally deciding what crosses the line into unvetted conspiracy territory. And I will be dropping the hammer, and I'm allowed to have that power because it is my Discord and my sort of outlet. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I work, right? Because I have to take responsibility for the shit that grows in this community and on my channel because I'm liable for it, You know what I'm saying? That's how I go, right? It's liability, baby. Oh, all right. But rage, all right. I don't know about rage, but let's cover the Mark Zuckerberg, all right? Because this is pretty interesting. Anyway, so you've noticed with Trump, okay? Let me just look at the White House today, all right? Let me just tell you here, okay? Look at what the White House posted today. Look at this. Such lies, dude. Where is it? It is, let me show you. I think this is important to cover here. Dude, Dan, let's go, baby. Let's go, boss. Dude, yeah, no, I vibe with you. Dan said he watched 3 Taylor Lorenz interviews and he doesn't understand the big deal about chorus. Why we purity testing ourselves to death. Yeah, no, I get it. Dude, I feel the vibes, boss. But let me find the Trump one about the investment, okay? Because Trump posted something today on the White House account saying $17 trillion in investment, okay? Let me find this. Okay, hold on. Let me see. Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it was Caroline Leavitt. All right, here we go. You ready? Look at this. This was his Rose Garden dinner. And now this ties into what we're going to watch on the tech thing. Because now Trump is having this big tech dinner, okay? He's got Zuckerberg and all those guys, the goons that run the social media networks, goons that can help him win, right? He's got these freaks that can help him win an election by controlling the media output that could help him rig something, right? And again, it's just conspiracy theory, but like, I'm not saying he could one-to-one rig things, But if these guys start to do to social media what Elon Musk has done to Twitter, it's going to be very hard for Democratic messaging, okay? Because they simply control the flow of information with the social media networks. And now they're all lying. And look at what Trump says here.
Happy about that, but I'm really happy when you see almost $17 trillion will be invested in this country over the next few months, actually. We started from the happy.
Dude, this is a blatant lie. Almost $17 trillion will be invested over the next few, and then he said months. He just pulled that out of his ass, right? He was going to say years, and then he decided, no, I'm going to say months. Fuck it. I'm just going to, I'm surprised he didn't say days. Dude, 17 trillion, that would be like half of our national debt, when in fact his tax program's going to explode our debt. But they're just lies, okay? He went on this lie about the other day. He said something about like Vietnam or whatever was making an investment, or South Korea. And the amount he said they were investing in America was half of their GDP, okay? It was totally ridiculous. Let me see if I can find the quote. Hold on, it was on Midas. Oh, let me see. Let me go to Midas Touch. Let me see if I can find it here. Right here. Here it is. Okay. So Trump announced that South Korea will purchase $100 billion of fucking LNG. Okay. And then he says that South Korea, where is it? $350 billion and $100 billion of LNG. So $450 billion is what he said South Korea is going to invest in here in the United States. South Korea's entire GDP was 1.82 trillion. So basically he was saying South Korea was going to invest almost a third of their entire GDP in America. Dude, we know that's not happening, right? All of this is just lies. They're literally just lying through their teeth, okay? Trump is showing up every day saying so-and-so is investing $1 trillion. They're going to invest 10 trillion. They're going to invest 500 billion, right? But it's all lies. It's all smoke screens. It's all bullshit. And then today we saw it in real time with Mark Zuckerberg, because he puts him on the spot at this tech dinner and says, hey, tell us what you're going to do. And Zuckerberg goes into this tale about how much he's going to invest in America. And then immediately following it, he's on a hot mic. And we find out that Zuckerberg was like, oh shit, bro, I didn't know what to do. You find out that they're lying. They're gaslighting.
How much are you spending, would you say, over the next few years?
Oh, gosh. I mean, I think it's probably going to be something like, I don't know, at least $600 billion through 28 in the U.S. Yeah.
It's a lot.
At least $600 billion through 28. Wow, Zuckerberg. That is crazy.
It's significant.
That's a lot. Thank you, Mark.
That's
Great
a lot.
to have you.
Sorry, I wasn't ready to do for announcement.
He said I wasn't
sure what number you wanted to go with.
Yeah, you see that? You see that right there? I'm sorry, I wasn't ready to do. I didn't know what number you wanted me to go with. Look at these guys, dude. They're all fucking bullshit artists. They're shysters. They're con artists. They are, dude. They're gaslighting us. And pretty soon, guys, they're going to start feeding us bullshit data. They are. They're going to start feeding us data like more jobs were created than could possibly have happened.
Have you?
Sorry, I wasn't ready to do for announcement.
He said I wasn't sure what number you wanted to go with.
Yeah, you see that? You see that? Dude. That shit is crazy. Let's watch this.
There was a bit of a hot mic moment after a reporter tried to ask him a question. I want everyone to listen to that.
And Mr. Zuckerberg, if you don't mind answering, how concerning is that to you, the lack of freedom of speech online in the UK?
You didn't think you'd get that question. He's looking at me saying, how the hell? He's saying, how did I get that question? If you'd like to answer, free speech.
Sorry, actually I wasn't paying attention, but sorry, I wasn't ready to do a for announcement.
He said, I wasn't sure what
number you wanted to go with.
I thought that was quite a moment.
Yeah, you like that? Dude, they're all in on it. And did you see another thing, another economic indicator we saw yesterday? That there's no jobs, right? The August jobs report was terrible. Dude, you ready? Look at the August jobs. Look at this shit. The U.S. economy in the last 3 months. June, negative 13,000 jobs. July, 79,000. August, 22,000. So there's no jobs, okay? The economy is tanking. Why? Because tariffs, because chaos, because unpredictability, because ICE raids, mass Gestapo. But guess what else, though? Look at this, though, guys. You remember how some young people decided to, the young voters that decided to go and swing for Trump? Oh, the manosphere, the young guys. Oh, we want to buy a house. Oh, we can't buy a house unless Trumpy. Look at that, dude. Unemployment for ages 16 to 24 is 10.5%, bro. Jesus. Dude, that's nuts, dude. That's nuts. Huge unemployment spike. Like, all right. Yikes. That ain't too good. That ain't too good. Unemployment is up. Fucking jobs are down. Domestic violence is up. Violence is up. Hate crimes are up. Sexual violence is up. Releasing the Epstein list is down. Support for the Epstein survivors is down. Melania's fucking, bad English is up, right? Trump's lies are up. Zuckerberg's bullshit artist is up. Dude, it's all a con, bro. It's a con. They're going to trash the economy and they're going to force a lower interest rate and then they're going to buy shit up on the cheap, dude. And they're right. And meanwhile, he's got crypto coins. His family is just like goosing all the illegal shit. And did you see what Don Jr. said?
There have been survivors of 𝗙rie.
Dude, look at this shit though. Like Don Jr., let me just show you the clip, okay? Because this is so toxic. All right. Dude, you like this one? 𝗙𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪𝗪�ₛ�̙ Oh man, there he is. The Department of War. Dude. Oh shit. But you got to see this thing, boss. It was Don Jr., man. Is this quote. Watch this, dude. You ready? Watch. Because they have the stock ticker for Trump Media that blew up, even though the company loses hundreds of millions of dollars. They had a Trump meme coin. They had Melania meme coin. And now their family's getting into the crypto business. And then they passed the Genius Act, which is going to insert them into the whole stable coin thing. They're just raking it. But watch what Don Jr. says here, guys.
There's critics out there. You hear them saying, well, how can the family be involved when your dad, the president, is working on, legislation and working to make it open to everybody? I know Eric said, I have nothing to do with what's happening in Washington. How do you silence the critics? Because this really is about something that is good for Americans and, again, largely ignored by every other president before your dad.
100%. Well, my father saw what happened to our businesses. This happened when he wasn't president. So he understood what crypto meant, the freedom that it created, the democratization of finance that it
The freedom to money launder is what he saw.
Offered. Plus, the trillions in future tax revenues that it meant to be leading in America. So this isn't something he did when he got into office. He campaigned on doing just this because he saw that. So yeah, Eric and I, we don't policy on these things, but this is common sense. This is good for America. This is good for democracy. It's fundamentally important. I mean, if we had critics that said maybe you shouldn't have tried to sue us into oblivion over nothing. Maybe you shouldn't have tried to jail us, and you could have kept your old systems the way they were. But
did you hear what he said there? He said, maybe you shouldn't have tried to sue us into oblivion or tried to jail us. So basically, he's saying, you know what? We're no longer obeying the ethics rules, and we're no longer being not corrupt because you tried to sue us. You sued us for being corrupt, and you tried to jail us for breaking the law. So now we're just going to be corrupt as possible. And dude, that is so fucking toxic. Because I'm telling you guys, if you try to sue me or you try to do something negative against me that's not true, I'm not going to go out and become a corrupt, cheating, degenerate fucking person. Okay? You're either corrupt or you're not. You don't somebody doesn't attack you unwarranted and then you turn into a corrupt, fucking degenerate piece of shit afterwards. You're either a degenerate piece of shit or you're not a degenerate piece of shit. Okay, but he's basically saying, well, you guys sued us, so now we're just going to be criminals, right?
Again, Bianca, we did this out of necessity. Because we weren't just going to crawl into a corner and drop dead because the powers that be wanted us to give up. That's not what we do. We are innovators. We are business people. We have always been thought leaders in whatever space we were participating in. And this is no different.
Yeah, basically what happened was they couldn't money launder anymore, right? And then we went after Deutsche Bank, and their money laundering factory essentially dried up. And so now crypto is literally the ultimate money laundering machine. Crypto is so dirty. And yeah, you're right. Translation, they've always been criminals. And translation, their system of money laundering got taken away after Trump became president and it got exposed. And translation, now they're just going to use crypto and be as degenerate and criminal as they can without regard for anyone or the law, because now they are the law.
They're going to be critics because they understand that we're changing the game, not simply for us, we're changing it for every American and making it finally fair. And I know they have a problem with that. Some of the best stock traders in the world happen to be in Congress making $180,000 a year. It's sort of amazing that they amass these fortunes, but they don't seem to have a lot of criticism about it themselves.
Dude, yeah, we should do away with that too. Right? All those stock, they shouldn't be able to trade stock. All the Congress people are making the laws. They know what companies are going to be favored and not favored, and then they get to buy stocks. Of course, they've all been doing that. And it's been legal, but it shouldn't be legal. Dude, yeah, man. It's we're just getting fucking hosed, bro. We are getting hosed. Yeah, no, it is. They love the pronoun they. Until, you attach it to a non-binary person and then they shit themselves. But they is their favorite fucking pronoun always. Pump and dump. You talking about Melania, right? Are you talking about Epstein, Melania, pump and dump? Isn't that what Epstein did? Dude, that's what he did to Melania Trump, dude. He gave her the old pump and dump. And then Trump fucking came by and fucking mopped it up afterwards. Dude, that's Melania's nickname, I think. Pump and dump? I'm pretty sure that's her nickname, dude. Good old pump and dump, dude. Dude, Fran, let's go. Oh, let's go, dude. Let's go. All right. So now I'm going to cover one more thing, guys. And then I got to go. All right, because again, I told you tonight was going to be short because I'm going to LA tomorrow to see Oasis at the Rose Bowl. My kid and I are flying out at 5 a.m. We're doing a one-day adventure, flying to LA, going to the Rose Bowl, hanging out for the night, and then we're coming back Sunday afternoon. So I will be streaming Sunday night. There's going to be no stream tomorrow. I think there's going to be one video put out tomorrow, and a handful of shorts will be coming out during the day. And then Sunday, we're going to be back to the grind because, guys, I think I'm going to be able to my goal is to make 5 or 6 videos a day. That's my goal. I want to put out as much content as Adam Mockler and Brian Tyler Cohen you know, and 𝗙𝗪𝗡 𝗠𝘆 do. Now, I don't have 1 million subs like those guys, so I don't have the editing team and the finances to do it. I'm going to do it myself, but I think I can do it. I think I can at least get four videos, like 3 shorts and a short. I'm going to outwork them, guys. I have to. I got to catch up, bro. And you know what I'm saying? I'm going to try to catch up. Okay? That's what I'm going to try to do. Yes, I owe you a dance tonight. I'm going to go out with the dance though, guys, because we got momentum. So let me cover Nancy Mace, and then I'm going to go out with the dance. And yes, I owe you guys the world. I owe you more than a dance. I think you guys are getting off free with the dance, but just so you know, I owe you guys the world. All right? All right. So we do have to talk about Nancy Mace. All right? Nancy Mace. Because here we go. Dude, let's go. 𝗣𝗎, let's go, baby. Ow! Oh! Dude, so there's Nancy Mace, okay? Nancy Mace was anti-Trump. She was not a fan of his. She was a moderating voice, okay, in the Republican Party when she first came into office, all right? And she was somebody that a lot of us thought, oh, shit, maybe the Republicans are going to take their party back from MAGA, okay? But now she has sold her soul to Trumpism, okay? Why? Because she believes a steady diet of transphobia, a steady diet of racism and xenophobia, followed by being pro-Trump. She believes that is going to get her into the governor's mansion, okay? That's her goal. Okay, she wants to become the governor of South Carolina, and she believes that Trump can help provide her that. And I don't know, maybe he can. We don't know. We know that they've stoked the division pretty well. I'd like to think that South Carolina is better than that, but we just don't know, right? We just don't know. But the problem I have with this is that Nancy Mace is riding a double fucking... She's riding a double circuit, guys, because we saw her the other night. Okay, can I just show you? Hold on. We saw her the other night. Okay, where she... Let me find it. Okay, we saw this clip the other night, okay, where Nancy Mace comes out shell-shocked after hearing from the Epstein survivors, okay? She was shell-shocked, and she was all sad. She was all brutally... Watch this. Okay? She wouldn't take any questions, and we even froze the video to see her, right? She is wrecked, okay? She was sad. She was wrecked. And it went on today. Somebody like posted a couple pictures. Here's a cleaner shot. But this was Nancy Mace after talking to the Epstein. This was Nancy Mace after talking to the Epstein survivors. There she is. Look at her. Look at that. Look at that emotion. She is like wrecked. She's crying. Now, Nancy Mace has been talking about how she was essayed. She has been talking about how she too is a survivor and how now she's out there saying, you know what? This is really important. We got to support these victims. We got to support these Epstein survivors, okay? And we got to bring it home. Now, I'd like to tell you that this is, in fact, real, guys. She's not that good of an actor, okay? This is real. She was broken up by it. She was hit home by this, devastated by that. But the problem is, guys, is she won't tie Trump to this. Okay, she won't hold Trump responsible. Why? Because she can ride him to power, maybe. Same with J.D. Vance. J.D. Vance knows Trump is a degenerate. He called him America's Hitler. He knows what Trump is. But he's like, man, if I just forget about this and go launder the lies, I can maybe be president. So they're trying to ride Trump. But you ready, guys? I want to make a point here about Nancy Mace, and I'm not going to mince words. Okay, I'm not going to mince words, guys. And I'm calling it out right now. Okay, you ready? Let me just show you this. All right, because I posted a tweet today that was honest and I believe it is accurate. And it's this right here, dude. All right. Nancy Mace is just like Ghislaine Maxwell. Okay. Let me draw the parallel, guys. Nancy Mace is just like Ghislaine Maxwell, where she's almost worse than the predator Donald Trump. And you know why? Because it's people like Nancy Mace that make the victims / survivors think they're going to be taken care of. Okay, Nancy Mace went into a room of these women and heard them, and she sobbed and she offered them support. And she's like, man, I got you. I'm going to sign on to this like discharge position. I got you. But Nancy Mace doesn't got them. Okay, hold on. Okay, let me get the picture. I need the picture for the video. But Nancy Mace doesn't have them because the minute she walks out of that door after putting on those tears and feeling that pain and comforting them, letting them know I'm signing this discharge position, I'm on your side. I am a supporter of yours in Congress. But no, she's not. She's out there with the predator. She's out there like riding the wave of the predator, trying to gain power in South Carolina through the predator. She's just like Ghislaine. Okay, she is just like Ghislaine. She fake cries for the Epstein victims. She makes them feel safe. Then she goes back to helping the Epstein rapist. Trump, okay, because she wants his help and needs his help to gain power. And like, guys, when you see this, this is what Ghislaine Maxwell did to those women. Okay, Ghislaine Maxwell came out and was like, yeah, it's going to be okay. I got you. Jeffrey's going to help you, right? But meanwhile, they're sticking the knife right in the back. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? She is like in bed with the predator, right? But she's telling the victims, I got your back. And she doesn't, man. You know what I'm saying? She does not. Okay, whoops. That's fucking Eric Adams. Sorry. Dude. That was Eric Adams from the video. But she says she's got their back, but she does not. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Right? What kind of comments did I get? I don't know. That tweet got 13. Right? I said she is the worst kind of predator pretending to be a helper while working for the rapist herself. So that one got 13. But you see, it's just like my problem is my shit gets squelched. Okay? Like sometimes my tweets will get out there and blow up, but mostly like because I'm a left winger, most of my shit just gets like hidden. You know what I'm saying? It does, dude. It like Elon, like my reach. I mean, some of it is I switched from gaming and so I'm fucking, you know, building anew, right? But you know, the fact of the matter is most of the shit I put out there just Elon like squelches my reach in most instances, but I break out every now and again, you know, but she is though, guys, she is the worst kind of predator. Nancy Mace is. That is the worst kind of predator, guys, is the kind that pretends like they're helping the women. But they're not, man. They're not. But yeah, she was trending today. Yeah, look at what she said here. She's parroting the same shit that Mike Johnson did. President Trump is the one who banned Jeffrey Epstein from Mar-a-Lago. Nah, I didn't ban him until 2007, until after he got arrested, a full 7 years after Epstein recruited Virginia Giuffre and others from Mar-a-Lago. He says, President Trump is the one who cooperated with the feds to get this guy. Well, I mean, he cooperated limitedly, but he also is the one who gave a cabinet position to the guy who gave Epstein immunity. So don't tell me he cooperated to get that guy, because Alex Acosta gave Epstein and all of his lieutenants immunity, and Trump rewarded him with a cabinet position. President Trump is the one who is committed to protecting women and kids. And it's like, man, dude, man, dude. He's not. You know what I'm saying? Hold on, I gotta fucking, right? He's not. He is not, bro. No, he's not. Look at that shit, dude. Unfucking believable, boss. Unbelievable. This shit. Nancy, what are you doing? Right? And again, she's still attacking Sarah McBride, like right back to her transphobia, right? And look at this. Cold dark cell, Prince Andrew in handcuffs, sends the right message. Yeah. Oh, yeah, Trumpy. Oh, no, look. FBI drops investigation into Prince Andrew. July 7th. Okay, so Nancy hears about Prince Andrew, cries some tears for the victims, but it's Trump that is like blocking this shit. It is Trump. And it has always been Trump. Okay? It has always been Trump. Dude. It's fucking bullshit. All right, you ready? That's all we got tonight, guys. I'm sorry. I wish we had more, but I gotta go make some videos. I gotta go hit the fucking, I got a concert to go to, a plane flight to grab. So short one tonight. Dude, you guys have been great though, dude. We got a dance party that we got from the Superior crowd. I'm nothing without you guys. It's all you can take. Oh, let's go. Dude, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and get on a little earlier, but the plan is to do 2-hour streams. I want to do 2-hour streams, like 5 or 6 videos a day. That's my goal. All right. That's my goal. I don't know if I'm going to meet the goal, but that's my goal. My goal is to do a 2-hour stream, 3 shorts, 5 videos every day. Okay. 9 pieces of content per day. Right? By myself. Dude, nobody said I'm not ambitious. All right? Nobody can take that away from me. All right. Amanda, let's go. Dude, we're going to go out, though. We're going to go out with the dance party the way we always do with the little deja vu. Oh, who wants a little deja vu, motherfuckers? Get it! Let's go!
Before, yeah, I do it holy, a notion that I will make it out somehow. A little deja vu, I'm gonna get it right. A little time with you and I can see it light. A little deja vu, I'm gonna get it right. A little time with you and I can see it light. Things will turn out alright this time, I know.
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Oh. Woo. Oh, let's go. Oh. Yeah, fucking kick up the energy. All right, guys. Then no stream tomorrow. Going to LA, going to the Rose Bowl to see Oasis with my son. I will see you on Sunday. Be pumping out some videos and shorts tomorrow. Love you guys. Thank you for everything. And we're gonna go out the way I love to go out, with one of my favorite songs from 2002. All right. It's time to get radiant, baby. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Love ya.
Hey, I just wanna change the world. I just want the perfect girl. I don't wanna hang around, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. I will never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they said. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant truth. I know that you will understand, because I finally found myself. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant. Hey, I just wanna change the world, but I'm not gonna wait my turn. I don't ever want to come down, I'd rather be found. It gets better, I wonder, my pleasure together. Everyone's waiting, anticipating. I will never be alone again. I'm immune to the things they said. My heart's unbreaking. You're radiant truth. It's about you. I would never be